What is going on, guys? It's Triple G here, back with another Borderlands 3 video, and today we're going to be going through Shock and Thaw Amara. This build is absolutely crazy, does a ridiculous amount of damage, and I cannot wait to show you guys. If you enjoy this video, please consider subscribing to the channel or join us over on Twitch. We stream 5 times a week, and otherwise, get straight into that video. So first of all, let's talk about the skill trees. So we are going very, very deep into the purple tree here. We're going to be picking up quite a lot of skills that boost melee damage and splash damage. Those are the two key ingredients when it comes to this build. Just so you know as well, this build is not limited to ties that bind or limited to phase flare. You can use either of those action skills, which is one of the things that really appeals to me when making builds. So if we look down the skill tree here, we're going to be picking up skills that, again, we're going to be buffing splash damage here, buffing melee damage. We're going to take a little bit of reload and recharge speed over here. We're going to be picking up some bonus damage on the attunement of her element, picking up a potential for combo breaker to proc, but we are going to be killing things that fast that actually this doesn't proc that often. We're going to be picking up expedite, which is going to be giving us our action skill back incredibly fast. You're going to be waiting no more than 5 seconds for either the orb or ties that bind to come back. It is super fast and super powerful. Then we're going to be taking burn both ends. The reason why we are going to be taking this, it is another characteristic to add to the damage formula, increasing our damage overall, and it is really good. We're going to put 4 points into joyful freedom to add additional melee damage after activating our action skill. So for ties that bind, yay, beautiful. Then we're going to put 2 points into body and mind, a point into free the soul, which is going to give us that Nova effect that you've seen, and 2 points into Atman for some action skill damage. And we are going to cap out for clear the mind, because why on earth wouldn't you? The skill is exceptional. Then as we move on to the blue tree, you will see nothing in the blue tree today. Then into the red tree, we're going to be going all the way down so that we can get to sustainment. That also means that we can get ties that bind. We're going to get dread, so that synergizes well with ties that bind. Tempest, because you always should do. Then we're going to get 3 points from our class mod here into illuminate fist, which is going to give us that extra damage, but we'll come on to the class mod in a little while. So that is the red tree. And then finally, to finish off the green tree, 2 points into clarity, 3 into root to rise, 5 into arms deal again for that splash damage, and then obviously find your center for that extra melee damage. So in terms of the gameplay loop, we're going to be ties that bind in, using expedite to bring that back fast. I would default onto the cryo element, which will give us bonus damage if anyone does stay alive and gets frozen. When we melee them, we're going to get extra damage. And then if you are going to change the augment, I would recommend to actually use Light Fantastic, just a personal favorite of mine. The orb will move around automatically, or you can use the other augments if you're going to be doing bossing. The orb is definitely good for bossing, but if you do want to use ties that bind for bossing, I would recommend using a white elephant instead of the static charge. So let's get on to the gear then. We're going to be using the face puncher. I have a consecutive hits one here. You can choose what you want. You can adapt this build for URAD using a front loader or a deathless. However, you will be a bit more of a glass cannon, but you will see from the gameplay, you don't need any of that. We do a ton of damage already. It is one of the most powerful Amara builds we have ever built on the channel. So we have the face puncher here. All these details, all these saves, everything, the items, the god rolls, everything's going to be included in the save file. So don't forget to join the Discord. Link will be in the description below if you want this gear. We're going to be rocking an old god. Now you can change this out for maybe a shock old god, because we're going to be using a static charge. So you can either boost the cryo through your augment, or the static charge maybe through a shock old god. Another good alternative could be the ultra, but you don't really need that cooldown. You could even use a frozen heart for that extra damage against frozen enemies. In terms of the class mod, I have an absolute god roll muse here. Again, will be included in the save file, so you haven't got to worry about anything like that. And then grenade is kind of your own choice here. I have an ASC corrosive because I was doing the Malawan takedown. You can change that out as you will. I'm only really using it for the ASCs. We're going to be including a Tizzy in the file for URAD as well, just in case you do decide to go URAD. And there are plenty of other class mods in here as well. A Bloodstaff Beast for URAD as well, and plenty of other artifacts. A couple of redistributors, alternatives on the face punchers. So this save file is absolutely stacked. Like I said, guys, this is one of the most powerful Amara builds we have ever done on the channel. It is seriously good. You have to try it. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel or joining us over on Twitch. We stream 5 times a week. Don't forget that save files on the Discord, and I'll catch you on the flip.